Hey guys, good morning to you. The birds are chirping. Cuckoo, cuckoo. So I hope I'm doing this right. This is my first time going live in a group. Happy Tuesday, everyone. I'm about to give myself a facial and talk to you guys. I love you guys. I'll be up all night just reading through all the posts, Googling stuff you guys ask questions about. Hey, great morning. I'm giving myself a facial. So I hope you're prepared to watch the rest of my eyelashes fall out after this thing. Guys, it is Tuesday. So on Tuesdays, we do tell it all. Tell it how it is. What's getting on your nerves? What's on your mind? What's making you happy? Any Transformation Tuesday stories? I got this thing right here off of Amazon. It is wonderful. Like until you move it and then you're freezing. So just keep it on. Hey Bree, what's up Bree? Happy birthday to your grandbaby. Hey, she turned 9. She looking fine. I hope y'all had a great time. Oh Lord, what we gonna talk about? It's Tuesdays, terrific Tuesday, or terrible Tuesday, or turn up Tuesday, yay. I'm gonna have to keep giving the same disclaimer. Please be prepared to watch my eyelashes fall off due to this thing. I guess I'll just start talking, guys. So how did that lady get it? I'm Gina. Hey guys. I guess I'll start with my story. My highest weight was 270. And currently my weight is 127 and I'm trying to get up to 135. Cause ribs showing is not all that it's cracked up to be. I had a gastric bypass in 2019 and I lost my first 100 pounds in 9 months. 9 months. So imagine losing 100 freaking pounds in 9 months. Nobody knew who I was. At work, at the doctor's office, nobody knew who I was. A lot of people still don't know who I am when they see me. Especially now with these masks on. I don't even speak. I'm just like, they're not going to know who I am. The change is so drastic. Like, even my shoe size has changed. Thank you. Thank you. Dominique Lee. Dominique Ann Lee. The drugs. Oh my God. I love you. So let's talk about tips. Yep, and them drugs did good. I'm so over you. Tips, y'all. Tips. The first thing, the biggest thing, and you're going to be like, I'm going to say this so much, you're going to be like, lady, okay, I get it. Mindset shift. Because how do we get to the sizes that we are / were? Like, overconsumption of food, right? It's not like some people eat emotionally, the stress eaters and the happy eaters, and some people find companionship with food. Some people, such as myself, we discussed it before, like my psychologist or psychiatrist, She classified me as a luxury eater. So she was just like, you like to buy a lot of food and eat a lot of food because I want to kill and put bags in your coffin. What are you talking about? Oh my God. What are you talking about? I'm gonna get blocked by Facebook. Yes, you are. You are gonna get blocked by Facebook. Dang, I forgot what I was saying. As soon as I saw a cough, and I said, oh my God, somebody's trying to kill me. Lord, all I want to do is give some tips on weight loss. Lord, answer a few questions. Very hot. As you can see, the sweat glistening off my forehead. More sweat than when I was running. Tips. Mindset change. Like most of us got to the size that we are or were due to the bottom line. Consuming more food. Luxury eating, that's where I was. They classified me as luxury eating. So apparently I just ate just because I could. How do you change that? You can practice mindful eating. You know, like, why am I eating this? Do I really need all that lasagna? My psych said that I was classified as a luxury eater. So I didn't eat emotionally. I didn't eat for happiness. I wasn't eating for fulfillment of any kind of type or companionship. I was literally just buying and consuming excessive amounts of food on a daily basis because I could. She considered that to be a luxury eater. So how do you just stop being a luxury eater? Let me tell y'all how this whole thing got started, right? So I was on Instagram like 5 years ago. I've been plus size my entire life. I've never ever been skinny. Like, this is so crazy. So like 5 years ago, I really started to notice like this whole BBL thing, tummy tuck, all of that. So I was like, okay, let me get a piece of that. Let me give me a little piece of that. So I go and I try to do my little free consultation with a plastic surgeon. It probably was like somebody like Dr. Miami too, like somebody I would never go to in real life. And they were like, yeah, your BMI is like 43. So you're going to have to get it down to like 25. So I was like, what's a BMI? What the heck is a BMI? So anyway, they explained it to me and I do the research and I realized, I'm like, okay, I cannot get a tummy tuck till I get my BMI in check. And then I'm like, I am morbidly obese. 5 years ago, it hit me. I had no clue. Everybody be like, you look so cute. You look so good. I knew my health was declining. I knew I would get headaches all the time. I knew I would be tired. I sweat so much in my armpits and my feet before I lost some weight. But I was just like, okay, let's work on this BMI. So I was like, okay, what's the best way to lose weight? So like 5 years ago, I seriously started to do all these diets. Like I did the Beyonce diet, when you drink the cayenne, when you drink lemon juice, organic honey, and water at 64 ounces a day for 7 days. And I lost 18 pounds, right? Over those 7 days. I love you. Over those 7 days. And guess what? 7 days after that, I gained 22 pounds. 22 pounds. 22 pounds. So I'm like, all right, the quick fix not gonna work. I mean, I guess it would have worked if I would have done was went and ate like 2 full cheesesteaks with extra provolone cheese, extra mayo, and add banana peppers, extra. I probably would not have gained that weight back so excessively, but I did. So I was like, okay, what else can I do? So then I've tried like the smoothie diet. Then I was like, okay, let me work out. And guess what? Working out was successful. I would lose weight. I would lose so much freaking weight. Guys, I'm just rambling. So we have like 5 people. What's up? Gang, gang. Ask me any questions or whatever. I'm just sitting here talking while I do my facial. Any questions you have, please ask me. But anyway, so I started working out. Mind you guys, this whole ultimate goal is to get a tummy tuck. So I was not on this mission for the right reason originally. Well, I mean, we do things for different reasons, but whatever. Is it hot in here? Is it just me? Ha, 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 ha. Gang, gang. And so I'm like, okay, let me keep working out. I went through all these diets. I was taking ally pills. If you guys have heard of that, I was doing like Slim Quick. I was doing a mixture of everything. Nothing worked for me. Nothing was successful. There was no way I was losing weight. I was only gaining weight, being depressed that everything I was doing to lose weight was not being effective. So then I started working out, y'all. I go and get me a gym membership. And I be goddamn a monkey's uncle. I started losing weight. Now I'm like, Lord, now I got to come to the gym every day. Now I got to keep working out. Now I got to keep doing this every day forever. Now, working out is great. You know, it releases all those happy endorphins. You know, you just like, totally, dude, it just worked out and I'm feeling like so freaking cool, whatever. That's how I feel after I get done working out anyway. Like I just finished surfing. But then it's like I lost like 30 pounds. I lost like 30 pounds going to the gym consistently. And honestly, not even with changing much in my eating habits, but I was working out so hard. And I was losing weight, seeing those results. And I stopped going to the gym. You the monkey's uncle. You the bee's knees. I stopped going to the gym for like a week. And was about putting all that weight back on because again, I wasn't eating any differently. So I'm like, okay, at this point, now I'm really noticing my health declining. I found out I have diabetes, hypertension, all these different things, sleep apnea. They ready to give me one of them Darth Vader masks and everything, go to sleep. I'm like, man, that ain't sexy. So I'm like, something really has to change. So I started going to a dietitian. I started going to a nutritionalist. And it took, and they would just tell me about more diets, healthy eating. No, you're not. You're not going to let me do my blog. You ain't get no call yet. You ain't going nowhere. So, and then one of them suggested weight loss surgery after about like 3 or 4 months of them really saying that I was trying to be dedicated, but it was like my food journal would have so many pieces missing. No, I'm not going to put in that triple stack that I got from Burger King. I'm not putting that in my weight loss journal. And of course, she would notice that I still would continue to lose weight even though I seemed like I was exhibiting the right behavior. So after a while, one of them said, hey, have you ever heard of weight loss surgery? And I was like, bitch, I've been doing all this to try to get a tummy tuck. And she like, no, I'm referring to a gastric sleeve, a gastric band, and etc. So I'm like, tell me more. So then I found out that my employer covered it. I paid $2,000 all total for pre-testing, everything. It was like $2,000, it was like $1,700 I had to pay for different things, and my company paid $52,000 for that surgery. So all total, it was like a $55,000 surgery. So I'm going through these motions and I'm like, okay, I'm seeing that my job is going to pay for it. And then the surgeon is like really urgent to bypass because he's like, you know, your diabetes is so bad. I would be in the 400s and 500s all the time. Oh my gosh. And it just gave me a whole nother story to go over, but that would take like 45 minutes. So we're not going to do that because I'm about to have to go to step 2 on my face because all my steam is running out now. So I see that everything is just really lining up. Like my health is getting really bad. The surgery is already paid for. Why don't I just go and do it? So then I did it. The process was long. It was very long. From beginning to end, it took about a year from the time I started the process to the time that I was approved. Even down myself, my face, and I'm desperate. It's so funny. I know you meant desperate. I'm gonna put some more water in here because this thing is giving me life. I'm gonna keep her popping for about 3 or 4 more minutes, and then we will move on. Okay, so then I went ahead and I moved forward with the surgery. So let me talk about that. So one thing that I see a lot is I am getting ready for surgery. What should I know? I'm about to go into surgery. What should I know? What should I do? What should I prepare for? One thing that I know is problematic for a lot of people is who should I tell? Who should I talk to about it? Why? That's completely up to you. As soon as I found out what I was doing, I was singing it from the mountaintops because I felt like, I didn't want I worked in a call center at the time, and I was just like, they're going to start rumors like she is on crack or something. How did she lose all of that weight? So in my situation, it was more effective for me to just tell everybody like, hey, when I come back, I'm going to be like down 30, and every month I'm going to keep going down because I had a weight loss surgery. So do what works for you. If you don't want to tell everybody, then don't tell everybody. If you want to tell people you've been hitting the gym, then start posting them workout videos now, because that way going to come off too fast for it to be gym results. But a lot of people try it, and I'm not hating. Do whatever works for you. Shoot. I'm trying to tell you the gym sucks. So anyway, when I went into the hospital, so I guess this would be good for my people who have not had surgery yet. Packing a bag was fun. It was real fun. I packed a suitcase. I love to fucking travel. I packed a whole lot of stuff. I packed quite a few things. I packed my own little custom robe. I had all kinds of stuff. I was in so much pain, and I was so medicated that I don't even know where my bag was during my stay there. I don't know who brought my bag home. I don't remember anything. Only thing I remember is that they gave me these little medicine cups of water, and they said drink one an hour or one every half an hour. I can't really remember now. And I remember not being able to physically drink a medicine cup full of fluids. And I had just came off of the 2-week liquid diet, but sis can take down about 2 cans of tomato soup. You know what I'm saying? So I was still able to consume great. But after surgery, it's like, it was that moment where it was just like, I really did this. Like, besides the pain, because that was the first thing that made me realize, like, you just had a real big surgery. So everything is so smooth up until the end, besides the insurance verification, which is stressful, and the classes, which could be long. So do you have the bypass or the sleeve? Hello, wonderful. I had the bypass in April of 2019. So I just celebrated my anniversary. Thanks for asking a question. So damn it. You know what I'm gonna get? You know what I'm gonna get if I'm gonna do lives? I'm gonna have to get a chalkboard so I can write down what I was saying, so I won't keep on losing my train of thought every time. Jeez Louise. But surgery, I woke up, couldn't remember anything about the bag. The pain, a lot of people ask, how was the pain after surgery? It was on a scale from 1 to 10 when I first woke up. Initially, it was about a 7. And I'm a softie. So it was like, I was like, oh my God, what am I? It was like, it was real. It was like, okay, you really got surgery. But as soon as they give you a little, they hit that arm, well, you'll be fine until they take you out the IV drip. And then you go home, and on the ride home, please have a pillow. I saw some people actually wear like a corset. I'm not sure if I would have been able to tolerate that pain, but the ride home was very bumpy, and it was actually one of the worst parts of my recovery was the ride home. Now, granted, it was like a 45-minute ride home for me. Hopefully a lot of people won't have a ride home that long, but on your way home, please, please, please make sure you have something that you can press like really firmly, because anything that moves in there is so bad. So, all right, I couldn't drink the little teeny medicine cups of water, so I would actually just pour them in the toilet, because they would tell me that I couldn't go home if I didn't drink them. And I'm like, oh, I'm going home up out of here. So I got up, and I did a lot of walking in the hospital. That's one thing I would say. Make sure you get up and move, because blood clots are serious, and it's common. So please try to get up. Hi. Are you in my Facebook group? Am I like live to the whole world? How are you? You are not in my Facebook group. See, I gotta figure out what I'm doing. Oh my God. But hey, thank you for being here, Yana. You already so skinny and fit, girl. Drop some tips on how you stay so fit. Let's hear it. So, and then if you get the bypass, then more than likely, I see. Oh my God. Oh, hello everyone. My intentions was to stream live in my Facebook group, but you are all welcome. All 6 of you. Oh, cmos. Okay. You gotta have that cmos in your life. So you drinking it? You drinking it or you rubbing on yourself? How exactly do you use cmos? just send me a cash out request. Can you put it on stretch marks? I've been trying to find something for these stretch marks. It looks like the only option has been skin removal. Just strip it off. All right, I'm gonna keep going. So the pain is very tolerable. Just make sure that you don't try to do too much too fast. Like sometimes I'll see people that say, hey, I'm 3 days out and I feel fine. I'm about to go to the mall. And you may feel fine in the mall. It's actually when you get home and when you sit down and you'll definitely feel the pain, because at that time I had a 1-year-old. So I was always overexerting myself trying to just lift him and hurting myself even more. Recovery time, I get asked that one a lot. I had a bypass, not a sleeve, so I know could be drastically different. But it took me 5 whole weeks to recover from my bypass. 5 entire weeks. The pain was really bad. There's no way that I could have. There's no other way that I would have been able to cope if I wouldn't have stayed out of work for 5 weeks. So anyway, now 2 years later after having everything done, I do have very, very, very severe food restrictions. Like, it's a lot of things. I can essentially eat anything. I can eat anything. What I control a lot is the amount that I eat. It's the amounts of food that I eat. And now that I got this new body, I really be tripping. Like, when I see women who are naturally this skinny, I'm like, oh my God. It's like, you really in real life just don't eat nothing to be that skinny. But then I realized that most women who are really this size in real life have really, really high metabolism. So, they probably eat like horses, but it's always burning off. So my situation wasn't like that. I have to make sure that I'm conscious of how much food I consume every single day. It's always so easy to just run to McDonald's and get food. Don't let nobody piss me off. Now I need some candy. Now I need some, don't let it be this time of the month. Now I need 6 Whoppers. So it's really easy for me to eat anything. And where I find difficulty is controlling the amount of food that I consume. But what helps me is this tool. So just to bring it full circle. So after talking to my nutritionist and everything, it just seemed like what I really needed to aid me with everything else I was willing to do for a healthy lifestyle and a tummy tuck was something that will physically restrict me from eating so much. So for me, this tool has been very beneficial because it does restrict how much I eat. I cannot sit down all in one sitting and eat a large amount of food, or I'll experience what's called Dumpling Syndrome. So hopefully you don't know. I hope you don't know, and I hope you'll never know what Dumpling Syndrome feels like, because it's so dramatic. And every time I do it, because to this point I still do it. She don't eat shit and get full off a peanut. I eat at least 6 peanuts at a time. Okay, at least 6, because I count them. Unsalted, bitch. But oh my God, I just made a mess. I made a mess. I'm gonna ignore it since y'all can't see it and just come back over here. What was I talking about? So I already know if I had Dumpling Syndrome, this is what it feels like. First, you start to sweat. Right? You could be sitting in a goddamn bucket of ice, and you're gonna start to sweat. And then you're going to feel real cold. You're going to sweat and you're going to start to feel real cold. I'm telling y'all, this is really what I experienced with my Dumpling Syndrome. So I'm sweating, but I'm cold. So then I'm like, oh shucks, I'm about to get Dumpling Syndrome. I ate that 7 peanut when I knew I shouldn't have ate 6. And a small amount of food like that really can make me sick. Like, I probably consume less than 400 calories a day. And that's normally always candy. It's horrible, but I take my vitamins for my protein. Whatever. And I try to consume a lot of like tomato juice, milk, or whatever. I can get other vitamins and stuff in. But anyway, first you start sweating. Then you get really cold, and then your body like physically has little tremors for me. Like it's getting worse and worse. I think the smaller I'm getting, the more impact it has me. But I literally have like little tremors. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm fucking Harlem shaking again. I'm about to have dumpling syndrome. So then it's like the nausea. I've never ever experienced dumping syndrome is what I'm talking about. Because this could be a weird time to come into the conversation. But I've never ever experienced like any type of diarrhea or anything with dumping syndrome. I never have enough food in my stomach to even have diarrhea, honestly. I just normally always get really, really cold while I'm sweating a lot. And I get really bad nausea, and I like physically have tremors. And is tremors the word for it? And how I get over, how I can prevent dumping syndrome is by I'll eat a small amount of food. It's so odd. I'll eat a small amount of food. Like I'll take a sandwich and I'll eat 1/6 of it, not even a 4. And then I'll have to do like 5 jumping jacks to move the food around. And then, like, right here, I can physically feel the stomach. So I can, like, push it, like, oh, move around. Don't get stuck right there and give me dumping syndrome. Because if I eat more than 2/6 of a sandwich at a time, I'm going to have dumping syndrome. But after I already have it, it's, you feel so sick like you're going to pass out. So it's not no, oh, let me get up now and do this, let me do that. There's no point taking no Pepto-Bismol. It's not going to make you feel better. Nothing going to make you feel better. You can try to throw up a million times. But again, hearing how much I consume, I never have anything to throw up. So I literally just lay really still. Well, I don't lay still because I be physically shaking. So I literally just lay there and just think to myself over and over, I ain't gonna do this shit again. I'm not gonna do this shit again. I'm not gonna eat this much again. I am not gonna do this shit again. But I still do it at least once a month. And sometimes it's not my fault. Like I went on vacation recently and drank some apple juice with my breakfast. And for breakfast, I didn't have anything but the apple juice. Oh, I drank that apple juice. Boom. Dumping syndrome. Las Vegas Boulevard. 10 o'clock in the morning. Trembling. Sweating because I drank some apple juice. So you just got to be cautious of what you eat, and you got to be cautious of how much you eat. My worst experience after getting this surgery, and somebody asked me that, what's the worst thing that's ever happened to you as a result of the surgery? This is somebody who's trying to talk their stuff out of it. So I might have helped them. So another thing about getting the gastric bypass. Oh, sorry. Thank you. I ran that water for much longer than I actually needed it to. So now I feel bad about that. One of the worst things that ever happened to me was I was at a work event. And we went to Fridays, TGIF Fridays. And this is like 4 or 5 months. 4 or 5 months after I got the surgery. And we went out and I ordered something like a Long Island iced tea or something. And I didn't know that the effects that alcohol had on me specifically. When I drink alcohol, it definitely is like a laxative for me. So I decided to take my first drink after weight loss surgery with an entire group of my coworkers. And I immediately got sick, and it was a really, really, really embarrassing situation. And I'll leave out all the details. Now that I'm thinking about it, a lot of my machines I'm about to use are going to be really, really, really loud. So, I think I'm going to go ahead and end our live because I love y'all so much. I love y'all so much, and thank you for being here with me. I mean, the whole world. Thank the whole world for being here with me in my son's bathroom. And so right now what I'm about to do is go back and replay this. And then what I'm going to have to do is make another live to finish all of my thoughts that I started and never finished because I wasn't staying on track. But anyway, Love you guys. Thanks for being here. Have a wonderful day. Gang, gang.